From epic space battles to mind-bending sci-fi journeys, these 10 films have redefined the space genre. And while every entry on this list is stellar, the movie at number 1 is nothing short of a masterpiece, with an impressive 8.7 out of 10 IMDb rating. You probably already know which one I'm talking about, but let's dive in and find out. Sunshine is one of those space movies that could have been an all-time great, if only the third act didn't derail it. Set in 2057, the plot follows a group of astronauts trying to reignite the dying sun with a nuclear bomb. The first 2 acts are chef's kiss, loaded with tension, character chemistry, and visual brilliance. But then comes the third act, and it's like someone switched the movie on us. The shift feels clunky, and it veers into territory that doesn't fit the rest of the film's grounded approach. Still, it's worth a watch. Just be prepared for a bit of a stumble at the finish line. Forbidden Planet is a sci-fi classic that just gets better with age. Released in 1956, it's got all the hallmarks of pulp sci-fi, but the visuals still hold up, even in 2024. A starship crew lands on a distant planet to find just 2 survivors and a deadly secret left behind by an ancient civilization. MGM poured serious cash into this one, and it shows. The design of the planet, the iconic robot Robbie, and the Krell machines are unforgettable. Watching it on the big screen is a must if you get the chance, because TV just doesn't do it justice. Gravity is one of those movies where the visuals leave you absolutely stunned. It follows Sandra Bullock's and George Clooney's characters as they fight to survive in space after a freak accident. The special effects are out of this world, no pun intended, and the tension just doesn't let up. Bullock steals the show, proving she can handle the emotional weight of the role even when she's floating alone in space. It's a visual masterpiece, even if the plot itself is pretty straightforward. You don't watch Gravity for the story. You watch it to get completely immersed in the experience. Serenity is the ultimate love letter to fans of Firefly. If you're a fan of the show, this movie will hit you right in the feels, but even if you've never seen a single episode, it's still a solid space adventure. The crew of the Serenity is on the run from a government assassin, and they're trying to protect River, a telepath with some serious secrets. Sure, the CGI isn't perfect, but the energy and heart of this movie more than make up for it. It's chaotic in the best way, with a space battle that would make Star Wars jealous. Moon is an underrated gem that proves you don't need a huge budget to make an incredible sci-fi film. Sam Rockwell plays Sam Bell, an astronaut nearing the end of his 3-year stint alone on the moon with only an AI, voiced by Kevin Spacey, for company. Things take a turn when Sam starts to unravel, and the film becomes an emotional, psychological ride. It's a one-man show, and Rockwell absolutely delivers one of his best performances. The special effects are minimal but incredibly realistic, especially considering the film's tiny budget. Tarkovsky's masterpiece takes you on a journey through the psyche of its characters, as a psychologist is sent to a distant planet to investigate what's driving the crew insane. The planet Solaris materializes your thoughts and memories, and what unfolds is an allegory on humanity's place in the universe. The pacing is deliberate, and while some may call it slow, it's really a reflection, an anxious, heart-aching voyage into the mind. It's not just a film, it's a sensory experience that makes you miss loved ones and long for Earth, even as it keeps you questioning reality. Stranded on Mars with nothing but his wits, The Martian gives us a rare, lighthearted take on a survival story set in space. Matt Damon's portrayal of astronaut Mark Watney is both clever and optimistic. The film is a love letter to science and human ingenuity, showing how knowledge and determination can overcome the greatest odds. Sure, it's a bit stereotypical when it tugs at your heartstrings, but it's hard not to root for Watney's survival. With 7 Oscar nominations, The Martian proved that science fiction can be both thrilling and uplifting. Calling 2001 A Space Odyssey boring is like calling a symphony noisy. Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece is unmatched in its technical achievement and philosophical depth. This is the film that put the science in science fiction, envisioning space travel and mankind's future with such precision that we're still trying to catch up. Every detail, from the slow, methodical pacing to the awe-inspiring special effects, was designed to immerse you in the future. From the very first scene, Ridley Scott sets a tone that's unsettling, eerie, and downright terrifying. The crew of the Nostromo stumbles upon a life form that's as mysterious as it is deadly, and the tension builds from there. Sigourney Weaver's Ripley is the glue that holds it all together, bringing strength and determination to a role that became iconic. The film's sense of style and mood, combined with its chilling musical score, created a classic that still stands as one of the greatest sci-fi horror films ever made. Christopher Nolan's Interstellar is one of those films that you either love or you don't. With its breathtaking visuals and ambitious storytelling, it's hard not to be amazed by the scope of the entire thing. The movie isn't just about space. It's about survival, time, and the human spirit. While some viewers might find the ending divisive, it's the kind of ending that makes you think, leaving you to grapple with ideas that stretch beyond our current grasp.